Mono Blue Faeries take over Mythic rank. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having a magical day. Thank you all so much for taking the time to support the channel. My name is Hello Good Game, pleased to be your host within this Magic the Gathering Arena deck guide video, playing standard best of one Mythic rank with Mono Blue Faeries. We'll be breaking down our deck list in depth, discussing both the strategies and synergies in hopes of giving you a deeper understanding of how to pilot this deck effectively and efficiently. Furthermore, we will demonstrate this build within our Mythic rank gameplay footage against both the best decks as well as players in-game. Finally, wrapping up with our concluding thoughts, deck review, and channel news. If you want to help out, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel, and if you ever want to share your own deck or are looking for help, join that community Discord, and it would be my pleasure. Cheers, let's take a look at the new deck.
It's a new lap record!
Here we are with Mono Blue Faeries. You know, a different take on Mono Blue in comparison to the Djinn, which is still an incredible tempo deck. I'm trying to go a little bit more aggro with this variant. There's far less control. However, it is still here, and we will be building around our fairies, mostly for the fact that they have flying, but then also abusing Spell Stutter as our counter spell. So that's really the only reason that we do have a lot of fairies in build. 2-mana instant speed counter target spell unless its controller pays 2, plus an additional 1 for each fairy you control, which can definitely get out of hand. And then the reason that we're building the deck is a couple new cards here that we have access to. The Memory, legendary enchantment for 2. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. You have no maximum hand size. And at the beginning of combat on your turn, if you've drawn more than one card this turn, put X +1/+1 counters on target creature you control, where X is the number of cards you've drawn this turn -1, which is pretty cool, right? So we'll be drawing a lot of cards main phase, going to combat, putting a bunch of plus counters on our creatures, and then attacking for aggro damage. Okay, so the Steamcore Scholar here for 3 as a 2/2 with flying and vigilance will help us out. And when it enters the battlefield, we're going to draw 2 cards and then discard 2 cards unless we discard an instant or sorcery, as well as a creature with flying. So one of the 3 types, of course. So really, really good. The potential draw here is nice, and maybe even late game land filtering, right? So that's no problem here. We do enjoy, and then, you know, an easy choice to build off of these 2 new cards that we want to focus on will be the Faerie Vandal. 2-mana, 2/1 with flash and flying. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on the Faerie Vandal. So now, you know, we're accumulating counters when we draw through the Vandal. We're accumulating counters when we draw through the Memory on our flyers, which are evasive attacks and should get the job done, right? So because we added the Vandal, we're like, okay, you know what? Well, Spell Stutter is going to be pretty cool here. It does flash. Let's get some counter magic in the deck as well. And since we go with the Vandal, we may as well run the Sleep-Cursed Faerie, which we love, and the Faerie Mastermind as well to really accent you know, this tribal deck that we're focusing on. We pretend that the Steamcore Scholar is a fairy. Good enough for me. And then I like a lot of a draw in the deck. Fading Hope here as a tempo play, you know, bouncing our opponent's creatures back to their hand or protecting our own if its mana value is 3 or less. Scry 1 for 1 at instant speed. Consider instant speed for 1 here as well, surveilling 1, then drawing a card. Very nice deck filtering for us to make sure that we're finding, you know, the appropriate card for the turn. Deduce is another new card in the set that works really well in the build. For 2-mana instant speed, drawing a card, then investigate. The clue can be sacrificed for 2 to draw an additional card, which is great. The Silver Scrutiny for 2+X at sorcery. Flash if X is 3 or less to draw X cards. Really enjoying that as well. And, you know, that's literally the deck. We've got 20 islands, a Soaring City, and a couple Myrixes, as well as, you know, lots of times we're holding up mana, right? So a really, really simple deck that does get to play with 3 new cards, focusing around a fairly easy build, right? There's a lot of commons and uncommons. There's really only 3 rares to focus on, right? All of these are just like budget cards, and then a couple new cards if you don't have, which are rares as well, right? So not even any mythics in deck. It's a very, very easy deck to build on those wild cards, right? So I hope you enjoy. Like, comment, subscribe if you do. You can also join the community Discord if you're ever looking for help or just want to share your deck. Have an absolute magical day, and the pleasure's been all mine. going first, keeping 7. Playing on 1s, just fantastic. Okay. Can we find our 3rd land, I hope? We'll get it, we'll get it, we'll get it, we'll get it. It's here. Nice! Counterspell question mark? Probably. No more lies! Such a suspect avatar. Who uses that? Shuffler doing a great job. It's just what we need. Oh, Shuffler. No land. Ouch. I'm gonna try to find it. Really? Wow. Pretty brutal. Yep. Great life gain. Sorry about that. My turn. Hashtag not a land. I don't know at this point. You can only brick so many turns in a row before your opponent just cleans house. Thanks for the land. Appreciate that. They're definitely going to answer this, but we should still put it there. Just like get lost or something. Land can stay. Maybe I should use Slip Out the Back instead of Fading Hope. Or both. It would help. It would be a weird attempt at counter magic. I don't really understand. Thanks for the spell. It's all yours. They only have 4 cards in the end, 5 after the draw. That's actually quite a bit. Mastermind 1 is a go. Let's double down on that. That's, I believe, their third copy of that. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Just draw 2. Hold up counter magic. Cast their 4th. Oh my gosh. Stop. We do find our next creature. Let's get after it. Wandering Emperor. Interesting. I'm going to take it while we can get it. It's a good card, too. I just wish we could have exiled it. We are prone to removal here. Definitely overexposed. Dang, bro. You're a legend. Okay. A second fairy's not bad. We do not mind. You're such a legend, dude. You gotta settle down. It's their third field wipe. Two, 4, 6. What else are we doing? Hold up hope on the Vandal, I guess. Let me guess, you've got another one. Your 4th field wipe. What a bully. Spend all your mana on Memory Deluge main phase, and then let me top deck a second Silver Scrutiny. Please and thank you. Okay. They're just looking for another depopulate 4 mana. Of course they do. It wouldn't be a good match if they didn't. It would have been too easy. Let's take our turn. Oh. Hate this game. Alright, I mean, I think we've got enough for both, at least. Let's swing for 6. Wandering Emperor. What does that do? Wow. Who even runs that, homie? You're a legend. What? Interesting. What is that? Eerie interference. Wow. What a Chad. Oh, now you're going to mill me? Fantastic. Absolutely phenomenal. They might plus. I don't know. Seems suspect, unless they have like a mind breaker or something. Ew. It's a big mill. Oh. Some good cards in there. We gotta kill Jace. Pray it's not another.
Nothing more.
2 cards plus a draw. 1 plus the draws. Takes them down to 3 mana on the turn. They've already played a land. Still Jace. We need some draw off the top, but at the same time, not really. They're a mill deck. It's only 1 mana. Horse is a field wipe. We can protect 2 of them. This is a close game. It's a good game. How are they going to do us dirty, though? I know it's coming. Surveil on their end. What an absolute chat. Do they have another in hand?
The weak-minded will be educated in Phyrexian's
I think they just have to -5. There's no way they have another.
a minor setback to Phyrexia's plan. Nothing could be more vulnerable.
If they play one more Jace, I'm going to freak out. Of course they do. Why wouldn't they? Oh my god. Just start clapping now. Just start clapping now. No? I honestly thought for sure, you know? Well, since we're end step. Let's drop the sleep counters. Quick study Adelphia. Good game to use. I was actually maybe clapping for myself. I was clapping for I think their 3rd or their 4th Jace. Assumed Jace. On the draw. 2 creatures in hand. Mono red on the play. Great. We have a good block here on 2 though, so let's probably just take this damage. Really? Interesting. Okay, we'll pass back over. Probably just Faerie Mastermind and take the damage again. Blocking with the Vandal, unless they're tapped, is going to be really risky. I guess it's a bit of a necessity, isn't it? I'm going to try to keep that Vandal. We do find our enchantment, which is nice. They're going to draw on the turn. Voldaren's pretty good. Down to 12. Mastermind is out. We could protect it if they're going to be hilarious. Land can stay. We have a pretty good blocker here now. But still easily removed with the Lightning Strike. Land out. What's that last card? Oh, no way. There's no way. I'm going to play this. And then just take a single draw. Put our counter here. Or really risk the biscuit. Risk it for the biscuit. We're going full biscuit and gravy for our side. This is a nice draw. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. We have drawn one card. We can draw a second. So let's see where this ends up. That's dealing 3. So I could only push it up to 2. So it would still die. Bummer. They take both our creatures. Ouch. Blocking's good, though. This is about the silliest thing I've ever done with my life. No. Can't get away from it. Oh, well. Could have finished it out, I think. On the draw, hand looks great. If we can curve out and just not be obliterated by an aggro deck, then we should be fine. But, you know, these things go. Yeah. Turn 2 Knight. Via Gleeful Demolition. Epicure with the wrong land. I think they may have just shot themselves in the foot. It's hard to say, though. Fading Hope is up. If they play something threatening. Scrying for our next land. Oh, really? I kind of want to bounce that, but at the same time, I don't want to give them another clue. The clues are pretty good, right? I will definitely be bouncing this, though. Resetting its +1 counters after it taps those things. Yep. To the bottom. Hope can... Oh, no, we're going to put that to the bottom. Hope is so good, though. Need a land. Pass turn. We're at 17 still. Hopefully they just repeat their turn, and so do we. Oh my gosh. That's kind of funny. I think we literally could have just gotten the land instead. I'm gonna mix it up. I'm gonna play this. Should have scribed for it. Are you kidding me? I love this game. Let's hit for 2. I mean, we do have potential flash blockers. And untaps. That's pretty good. Wonder if they have a knight. That would be brutal. Okay. Up to 3-4. That's impressive. And now they're in the air. That's also impressive. Scrying to the bottom. I'm going to play my Vandal. 3 Fading Hopes, but only 2 land. This game, I tell you what. Let's take our hit. Down to 12. I mean, we've got double Fading Hope, ladies and gentlemen. It's no joke. Ooh, more tapping. I like this. To the bottom. They have scryed so many cards to the bottom. Veteran out. Do they have another land? Oh, they're going to tap. They might scoop. This might be Scoopadelphia. And before they scry, we bounce. I think they still might get the scry because it's on stack, but won't take it. I mean, I was struggling too. That land definitely gives us the advantage, though, I think. Until they get their 3rd land. On the Drizza. Keeping 7. I like it. It seems acceptable. Faerie on 1. Faerie on 2 with acceptable counter magic, which, you know, we'd preferably want to, you know, string out into the later turns when their spells become, you know, more of a threat to us, right? So let's just chill out. I will not block here. It's only 1 damage, and we don't get the kill anyways, so... Have it. Counter magic of their own, potentially. What am I going to hold this till 5? But we need to hold it now, though, for sure. Let's just swing. We have a hope. Like, they're on their mana's, you know, if it was tapped, then sure, you know, I'd go Steamcore, but it's going to be like a virtue or something, you know? Or something that you just literally do not care about at all. Fine. You may have that. This one's free. They may also have their own counter magic, right? So let's let them hit for 1. Don't care. Deduce Adelphia. Draw a card, investigate. Fourth land out. Again, they're untapped. I might take this draw just to push up the Vandal before combat. Okay, flash flyer. great news for us. Hitting for 2 down to 20. They've got that life gain. It's kind of annoying, but no problem. Another mending. They can keep it. What are they discarding? Oh. Well, that's actually really annoying. Is this an exile counter? No. It's not legendary. We'll just bounce it to their hand, I guess. Oh, and it was unearthed, so it goes to exile. That's fantastic. That's like a happy accident, right? With a little Bob Ross there for us all. BEA, beautiful. And you're tapped out, baby. Field wipe, are we scared of it? Yeah, because that was like definitely a field wipe. Don't overcommit. But definitely take the draw on the Vandal. It's a nice hit. So they definitely have a field wipe. We're countering unless they pay 5. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. So predictable. So predictable. I'm going to need another one of those, though. Because I also can predict the second one. Let's find it here. Once per turn on this, I'm better off to double draw next turn and maybe keep up a flash flyer or 2 in case there is another field wipe, and that way we can recover tempo. But nice damage, you know, down to 10, down to 10. Do they have a backup? Of course. They're probably playing a deck with 5 copies of it. Can I get a judge? I think they're running 5 Sunfalls. Yeah. Interesting. Grab the mana, then grab our land untapped. At which point I think we can draw with it. Oh, you dog! Okay. So I'm going to let them have it. But then still, before combat, I'm going to replay this. Just so I'm spending the mana there. Let's take the draw. I mean, if they have another field wipe, this is good. Yeah. It lets us keep tempo. Oh. All right, all right, all right. That doesn't hurt either, right? So hit for 4. Vandal in hand. We'll have a Mastermind draw with Hope active. 4 mana on the draw. We will double draw for the Vandal. I wish we had another land. That'd be so sick. We are end step, though, so I think we're going to get it. Land out. Memory in play. One of my favorite cards here. Literally the reason I built the deck. Yeah. Vandal up. Let's push up our Mastermind as well. Of course, we do have counter magic available. Can't counter that. Nice play. Let's hit for 3. End our turn. Celestis, go for it, bud. I will not be baited. What about just one of them? Will you allow that? You will? Okay. There's no way they can pay for the counter, so let's just take lethal. Who runs 2 of these? Who does that? What? That is crazy. Oh my gosh. I mean, I think we're still in a pretty good spot, but dang, dude. What? You are a legend. Come hither. I shall recast you. Going first, keeping 7. Turn 2 and turn 3 are definitely here. Ugh, gross. Yes, you do. Maybe they're just scared of counter magic and don't play, though, right? Of course. It's a good card. That's a pretty good card. No blocks. What do we get? I guess this will bounce the bunny. You can go. 2. Imagine thinking that you can race a Boros Convoke deck. HCG, now we know you've lost your mind. It's a good block right there, isn't it? Taking 5. Vandal out, Deduce out. Bunny's brutal, but we only need to, you know. Just don't Gleeful Demolition me. Don't Recruiter me. Don't you do it. They're just blood cup. Oh, wow. I got to draw? Warden out. Damage across. Land out. Interesting. Attack through. No block to 8. Push up our Vandal. Ugh. Decline. You know what? That's so much land. Hit for 5. Down to 10. Keeping 10. This is amazing. I mean, I'm fairly certain we're going to lose here, but wow. Okay. For my pleasure, I believe. The damage is good. Down to 7. Back to hand. You go. You're not what we need. It's too close of a race for you. That is what we're looking for. Yes, 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 yes. Land out. And then we only want 1 mana up, so that'll be 3. X equals 3. Auto tapper, you're so funny. We should have done X equals 2, and then the memory could have been played for lethal. Shoot! Oh man, we just missed lethal. Bums. I still think we turbo swing. And it's just a race. There's no way. If we get the win, you're a bunny corn. 3 cards in hand. Down to 6. Ow. 3. As long as it's not a recruiter. If it's a recruiter, we're losing. Oh! If I had a double hope, that would have been good too. They're so lucky. How do they always have it? Down to 5, and then they get lethal. My hope has been faded. I should have kept an extra blocker back. I was too greedy on both those plays. This was a winnable match. We got them down to 1. Good game. I think we could have, if left with a reverse button, won that. My bad, my bad. How do you know, though? Oh, man. I think we mulligan this, just looking for a 1-drop. We don't find it. We get a 2-drop. I think that's okay. We'll throw a land. There's always plenty of those. Well, until you throw one away, and then good luck on that. Three Spell Stutters. Huh. Interesting. Okay, I hate it already. 3rd land is good. Being on the play is very hard. Sorry, on the draw. We have the flash block on that. But we're going to have to do it every turn. Land out. Vampire gets countered for sure. It's a draw engine. Land out past turn. This Hive's probably going to win the game. Making more mites. They have Summoning Sickness. Let's get a walk in. Counter magic available. They can just gain life gain here, right? Yep. Yep. Well, I'm out of those. Only 2 or 3 attacks here. 3. So we're up to 2 toxic counters or poison counters. Pass turn. X is more than 2, so we can do it on their turn. And less than 3, right? Wow. The life gain incoming is going to be brutal. What do you do, though? Just try to take these out one at a time. Hopefully 2 at a time soon. No enchantment yet, so we're not dealing a lot of damage. We just need to fill the field. And get rid of this Defector Mite. It's really good. I'm going to put out another blocker. The Vigilance is good because it can still apply pressure. We still have to go for it. This is definitely a race, or they will chip away at us. Ooh, removal on a blocker is very good here. Ouch. And last card. Not bad. Are they being conservative about it? Nope. Up to 6. Ouch. This is not good. Oh, that hope is, though. That hope is very good. I like that card quite a bit. For 7. Not terrible. End turn. They do get a draw here, plus their regular upkeep draw. 4 available attacks. We have hope. Literally. That's what you top deck? You're a legend. You're an absolute Chad, dude. That's going to keep us away from lethal for certain. Remember that the Hive will do 1 at upkeep. So we only need to deal, well, quite a bit actually. Don't we just let them hit here? They go up to 9, 10, then to 9. And we have our 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 with Deduce. Oh, we are just shy. I'm going to scry this Scholar away. Yep. I get it. Le bleu. Oh, we don't get the scry anymore, though. We should have actually scryed the might, because we're taking this damage anyways. Oh, that's a bit of a misplay then, hey? We would have replayed it and taken another draw, though. No, that's only once. And it also gets Toxic too now. And these get more life gain now, also. We're forced to block 1. Go up to 9. The life gain's pretty ridiculous. We have a lot of mana. But that life gain is going to just clean house, right? How do we not get our enchantment? Right, that's pretty wild. Good game. Going first, thank you. Not much of a curve as far as a creature base goes, but I guess we'll hang out. Just hold up our counter magic. It still counters for 2, right? So it's not totally worthless. Let's grab some removal, I suppose. We can find our 4th land, which I think is fairly relevant. And then again, we'll probably want our 5th land as well. Ouch. So that sucks. More than I'd ever like to admit. Well, we have Fading Hope to protect at least this time. I want to throw the draw away. I also don't want to throw the creature away. Oh, that's unfortunate. We can always redraw with the Scholar. I wish. My bad. In another life. Okay. Only 5 mana, which is unfortunate because I want to Vandal, then Edict, but we'll probably just take it one step at a time. Well, we actually probably need a bigger counter. We could still hope, though. And then kind of like fold out with fairies. The land is nice, too. For 3 to 19. Huh. Well, let's grab it back. It's a nice draw. It's worth grabbing. I mean, this is their whole turn, so... It's going to eat their treasures if they want it, which I'm okay with. Like, that's a lot of their ramp, right? So, oh, they do go for it. I think it's worthwhile. I mean, those treasures are really important to them. Right? That keeps them off of 7 for some time. All right, Vandal's active. Mastermind following up the rear. Counter is still here. Nice removal, bro. No way. That's a good game. That's so smooth. Wild. I guess a silver scrutiny off the top would be nice. Just a big draw. Loving that land. That's very cool. More removal. That's funny for me. They grab it right back, but it's still fun for me. Just take a double draw. I wasn't a serious good game, by the way. I'm just kidding. I wonder if they have a field wipe. They probably do. I did not think we'd recover that way. I was going to concede. The fact that we flooded out like that was pretty impressive. All right, where were we? That's so brutal. LOL. On the draw, a unique hand. As long as, you know, there's one creature and you top deck a second, then everything will be fine. Two land. What? Doesn't really matter. Let's pass over. Do we double bounce it? I'm just going to take the damage. See what this next play is. Let's do the Deduce Adelphia. Pass over. We're instant speed now. This doesn't really do anything, though. Shouldn't they wait until its stun counter's removed? Just a thought. And then they could stop us from removing any more stun counters. Just a thought. Okay. We let them in. They take a hope. We work our way backwards end step. Well, we have a land. And this blocks the bats. Fine. Let them play the bat and then cast everything, right? We could also untap our fairy. Okay, we're going in. Right? Well, they're gonna get the Mastermind again, I guess. It gets rid of the attack. It has Summoning Sickness. It spends our mana on the turn, and we get the Scry. The Scry, I think, being probably the most important part of that. Down to 16. Land out, Scholar out. Counterspell? Oh, nice. I smash. We try to gain a tempo advantage. Take the bat. They retake the fairy. Oh, you dog. Nice. That's pretty good. I'm going to take the counters. Hopefully it's a 1-drop. Oh, that sucks. Pretend it's a land. Hit for 2 to 12. Do not Batadelphia me. They're definitely gonna. That's good. It's great. Very good. You know, do we block that? What if they get a Rafine? That seems like an acceptable block. I can't guarantee a double draw next turn. Watch us get it. Ugh, of course, right? Yeah. I think we could have definitely taken the damage for a little bit longer, right? Rafine is worrisome, so that's why I kind of trim the attackers at the end of the day. Fine. It's whatever. It's mostly a blocker, right? I'll still smash. I like untapping the fairy. I think that's quite good. Right, keeping these bats at bay. They definitely don't want to offer those cards back up to me, right? So they're looking for a Rafine or bust, I think, at this point. Don't say it. Let's drop our Mastermind. Take our draw. Smash with our Faerie. I guess they're both fairies. The Sleep-Cursed Faerie, to be more specific. Down to 6. Okay. I wish I had a counterspell in hand. That would be much better. Right? Okay. Okay, okay. 3 cards in hand. Play the Mastermind. Take the draw. Land goes. Great Surveil. Ooh. Hello! BEA beautiful. Would they double block? I don't think I would mind entirely. Oh, that's not a land. Like a glove. Double block still very much on the table for them. Do they, though? I don't think that is worth it, dude. And we take their card advantage, right? Leave them with the bat. It's sad, but whatever. These bats, I don't think are in a position to attack. Oh, they are. They are, which is very worrisome. Like what? Field wipe? That's a life gain. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Let's see what we get. Great news. I mean, keep hope. I think that's pretty clutch here. Smash for 4. Another Wandering Emperor. Are you kidding me? Oh. In play, but we immediately bounce it. Flashing out a Mastermind instead. Cursebound can go. I mean, it's not a land. It's not a land, and it could smash. I'm going to keep it, because we could eat those sleep counters away with our mana. And 1 for 1, down to 3. We have the block. Scholar actually doing something against these bats, believe it or not. Yeah. Good card. Playing off the top. No attack. Faerie in play. We don't have an attack either. Pass turn. Riveting gameplay. We can make mites to go wide. Ouch. That, well, that hurts quite a bit. Where were you? Where were you? Sadness with 5 mana. Well, I guess we just cast this. Let them take it and sink it into your Faerie instead. Yeah. 3 bats? Are you kidding me? Dude, shuffle your deck better. Have I played 3 Faeries? I probably have, haven't I? I don't think so. Oh, yes. 1, 2, 3. I retract my comment. Big attack. Overextending, possibly. One blocker. They go up to 5. We hit for 5 if we deal with the block. We have to end step the draw, I think. Unless they have another card on top. With Errant and Gaidia, which has been winning them the game so far. We just need to deal with this Cavern Bat. End step draw, so they shouldn't be able to use it unless it's instant speed. That's not it, but it can help. That's not it, but it can help. That's definitely not it. Come on. Okay, so now we don't have enough mana. Sadness. Sadness. Good game. We got pretty close, but those bats were pretty good. Really getting in the way. The flash casting off the top was great too. Oakley dokely. Not too shabby. A decent build that might be a little bit stronger if we tune it in, obviously, like any deck. I like Fading Hope because, you know, blue doesn't have a lot of options to deal with your opponent's creatures, right? And then, you know, it's a race because if you can't deal with their creatures, you have to just be faster than them. So it really does open up a tempo slot for us. But I would also like to see us slip out the back, something like this. Increasing our counters would be cool. Shore Up, potentially another option here. To keep our tempo presence on board, rather than the hope to bounce back to hand and to replay. Specifically with the Cursed Faerie, as those sleep counters can be annoying to reset. And of course, the memory, you know, applying those +1/+1 counters, the Faerie Vandal, collecting those +1/+1 counters. You know, we don't want to reset those, so I'm thinking that something like that protection-wise would be good, so we're not just relying on the Spell Stutter. But that, you know, is another video. For the most part, today was just about trying out the Proft Eidic's memory. Pardon my pronunciation on this one, oh my gosh. Do not, just call it the Blue Enchantment HGG. But it was good, like, you know, within our Mythic matches and really more so within our play queue deck testing. It's a different environment, of course, but we're close, you know, like we're neck and neck with this Boros aggro deck as like a mono blue deck. What is going on, right? How are we accomplishing this? So I think if we do put a little bit more time into it, it could be something cool. And, you know, not using the Djinn, not using the Tolarian Terror. It's something new that actually is utilizing the new cards, which is kind of what I'm here for. Thank you all so much. It has been my pleasure. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, become a YouTube member, join the community Discord, and I'll see you in the next.